You know what's funny? Every single one of us has heard those words at some point. You can't do it. Maybe it came from a teacher, a boss, a family member, or even a so-called friend. And when you heard it, it hurt. It cut deep. Because no matter how strong you are, being doubted hits something inside you. But here's the truth. Doubt is normal. It's part of being human, but it is not forever. The people who told you that you can't are not holding the pen to your story. They don't get to write the end. That's yours. Doubt is just a moment, a spark of negativity that tests if you're going to step up and push through or step back and let someone else's opinion become your reality. Think about this. Every single person you look up to was doubted. Every inventor, every athlete, every business owner, every world changer. Steve Jobs was told he was crazy. Oprah was told she wasn't good enough for TV. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. If they had accepted that doubt as fact, we wouldn't even know their names. And here's where you come in. When someone doubts you, it's not proof of your weakness. It's proof of their limit. They are showing you how small their own vision is, not yours. The question is, will you let their vision define your future? I need you to really hear this. Just because someone doubts you doesn't mean you're not able. It just means you're about to do something they can't imagine for themselves. Doubt is a reflection of their fear, not your potential. So stop giving their voices more importance than they deserve. Because here's the magic. Doubt, when you see it for what it is, becomes fuel. Every time someone says you can't, you have a choice. You can give up or you can say to yourself, watch me. That moment of doubt can either be your ceiling or your launch pad. But let's get real. When people underestimate you, it's easy to waste your time trying to argue, defend yourself, or prove your worth with words. Don't. Words won't change their minds. Results will. You don't prove people wrong by arguing with them. You prove them wrong by showing up, by doing the work, by being steady when they expect you to quit. Doubt is an invitation to act. Every early morning you get up when you want to hit snooze. Every time you study a little longer, push a little harder, stay a little more focused, you're building proof. Proof that their doubt was wrong. Proof that you are stronger than even you thought. And listen, I know sometimes the loudest doubt doesn't come from others. It comes from inside your own head. That little voice that says, what if they're right? What if I fail? Let me tell you, your brain is wired to protect you. And part of that is imagining worst-case scenarios. But worst-case scenarios aren't facts, they're fears. And fears are not destiny. You don't need to get rid of doubt. You need to move forward with it. Courage is not having doubt. It's action in spite of it. Here's the real change I want you to make. Stop seeing doubt as a stop sign. Start seeing it as a challenge. Every time you hear you can't, let it spark something inside you that says, then I must. Imagine if you turned every no into fuel for a bigger yes. Imagine if you stopped waiting for permission and started giving yourself permission to go all in. That's how you prove them wrong. Not with anger, not with revenge, but with undeniable progress. One day you're going to look back at the people who doubted you and you're not going to feel bitter. You're going to feel grateful because their doubt forced you to rise higher, to dig deeper, to grow stronger than you ever would have without it. Doubt was the very thing that sharpened you. And when that day comes, you'll realize the most powerful victory wasn't over them. It was over the old version of you who might have quit. So the next time someone tells you that you can't, smile, take a breath, and quietly think, thank you for the fuel. Because doubt isn't permanent. It doesn't define you. What defines you are the choices you make when you face it. And I'll tell you this, you are able to do far more than you or anyone else can see right now. Prove them wrong. But more importantly, prove yourself right. When people criticize you, it's easy to take it personally. It's easy to let those words get into your head, play over and over, and slowly chip away at your confidence. But here's the shift I want you to make. Criticism is not a final blow. It's fuel. You can let it burn you down, or you can let it power you forward. And that choice, what you do with criticism, can change your entire life. Every person who has achieved something great has faced critics. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's actually a sign that you're trying. Think about it. People don't criticize those who sit on the sidelines doing nothing. Critics only show up when you're on the field, when you're moving, when you're brave enough to do something different. The fact that someone has an opinion about you means you are visible, and being visible means you're in the game. So instead of letting it stop you, take it as proof that you're doing something worth noticing. Now, here's the important part. Not all criticism is the same. There's criticism that is meant to tear you down, and there's criticism that, if you're brave enough to listen, can actually make you better. The challenge is to separate the two. Bad criticism sounds like, "You're not good enough, you'll never make it," or, "Who do you think you are?" That's not about you. It's about the other person's insecurities. But helpful criticism, even if it stings, might have a useful idea. It might sound like, "You could improve your delivery here," or, "You missed a detail there." And if you have the courage to sort through it, to pull out the lesson without letting it hurt your confidence, you become unstoppable. Here's how you turn criticism into fuel. Step 1, pause. Don't react with emotion. Don't defend yourself right away. Just breathe. Step 2, ask yourself, is there any truth here that I can use to grow? If the answer is yes, take the lesson and leave the bad part. If the answer is no, then let it go. It doesn't deserve your energy. Step 3, use it. Use that sting, that frustration, to act. Use it to do one more rep at the gym, another hour of practice, one more call, one more try. Every time someone underestimates you, you've been given a chance to turn their words into your power source. Look at history. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job because they said he lacked imagination. Imagine if he had believed that. Oprah was told she wasn't right for TV. Thomas Edison was told he was too stupid to learn anything. If they had crumbled under criticism, the world would be missing some of its greatest things. What made them different wasn't that they avoided criticism. It's that they changed it. They decided to use it as proof they were on the right path. But here's the deeper truth. When you turn criticism into fuel, it's not really about proving other people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about showing yourself that you can handle the sting and keep moving. Because life will always have critics. There will always be someone who doesn't believe in you, who thinks you're dreaming too big, who says you'll fail. That will never stop. So, the skill you need isn't learning how to avoid criticism. It's learning how to use it, to take it in, get what's useful, and use the rest as energy to keep climbing.